Charlotte won. I mean, sorry, Asuka won, but that was due to none other than Ronda Rousey coming out and tipping over a ladder.
Yeah.
With Becky and Charlotte on it. They fall. They are hurt and taken out. Asuka wins by grabbing the belt. I thought the people were saying that hey, it took something from Asuka's first title win, and I'm not going to argue that it didn't completely, but I'm okay with it because there's logic in this. There's finally continuity in this.
Yes.
Yo, whenever they set up dual brand feuds, they haven't done it in a long time from early on. Like you'll see it like starting like maybe Royal Rumble or February, but this has been going on since November. So this dual brand feud has stemmed them to now. I think we're gonna go to WrestleMania, and within the next pay-per-view, Ronda's like, all right, on site. Like the next time we see each other, I'm gonna be on your ass, Charlotte, for the shit that you for that beatdown you gave me at Survivor Series, Becky for that invasion and you try to break my arm. I'm coming for you. Next time it's on site, I'm gonna pay back the bitch. What she say? She said
pay back the bitch and I'm the baddest one.
Pay back the bitch and she's the baddest one.
I think Trina's the baddest bitch, but let's go ahead.
shout out Trina.
Shout out the motherfucking Trina, man.
Yo, so
shit.
So Ronda, you're coming out and doing that. I think it was continuity for once. He's like paying attention. They kept doing. They had to do that. Cost them the title. Builds heat with them. Asuka we have a feel good moment because Asuka, we always wanted her to have the belt. So yeah, we can talk about how maybe Asuka's belt.
It's a championship, pal.
God
damn it.
Championship. I don't work for WWE. So
let me tell you something, Pumpkin Head. This is a championship. Not a belt. You put a belt in pins. Yeah, Pumpkin Head.
Yeah, what are you gonna do in a drop?
If you will.
As Dusty Rhodes. But yeah, it was a great match, unbelievable. And Asuka won, so it was a feel good moment for the fans too.
So with that, we immediately go into Raw where Ronda's fangs were taken right out of her with that brutal ass fucking promo. Christ though. Jesus Cristo. You know, like why do they keep a real champion?
Oh God.
A real champion. Who the fuck wrote that promo? Bart Simpson? Motherfucker. God damn.
He's a Bart Simpson.
A real champion on the chalkboard. She don't get that reference. She's too young for you, pal.
Man, but with Ronda, it's just when she's in a ring, it just doesn't. At least it doesn't captivate me. It doesn't captivate me at all. When she's in a ring on a mic, let me say that in a segment, when she's having a match, it's a completely different thing. She's a whole takes it to a whole nother level. Every match gets better and better.
Yeah, her performance is great.
She can talk about a real champion, but I would have rather say, "Hey, girls, I told you."
And then that's it. That's it.
I told you. I told you it was on site, and last night I proved it. So going forward, if any girls backstage have beef, they know that I'm about it. They just like not to say about it, but you know, on some level, that's like the general gist of the promo. So that's how I would have done it at least. So it makes sense. And you talk about she can slip in. Okay, a real champion is like this, and a real champion is like that, just to make it, you know, get the fact that she's a champion. She's
I mean, people don't know if
you really wanted that
big ass belt.
If you really wanted that line in there, I'm just saying you could throw it in there, but give her some more swagger. And Ronda, you got to perform it better too. I think Ronda has to. I think she's still awkward on the mic, and if she brings that level up, she's a well-rounded superstar. You know, she's a super.
I think if she brings her mic skills up, she's probably more than likely. I mean, she's already top 10 on the roster now.
Of course, right now.
Just because of notoriety, name power, ring work, like legitimacy. She's already top 10 in the company, but she brings that mic skill up. But you know who's gonna help her? I think Shayna. Shayna coming up, giving her confidence.
Yeah, Shayna got a better mic skill than Ronda.
I think Shayna, like, I think. When we talk about the four horsewomen on the wrestling side, Sasha's a great performer.
She's not great on the mic.
She's not great on the mic. You know what I mean? I think the best overall performer on the women's four horsewomen between Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky is Becky.
To you, but me, I think it's definitely Charlotte.
I think Becky's definitely better on the mic.
Becky right now is better on the mic than Charlotte because She just has that. She's in a zone right now.
Yo, she's in
a vibe.
I'm about to go my CT. She's in a pocket.
Yeah, right? She's in a vibe. She got a vibe right now. But Charlotte, on a consistent day-to-day basis, what she is given delivers every single time, including her ring work. Mm-hmm. And Becky's incredible in ring work too. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to talk about Charlotte a little bit later. But yeah, she's killing it right now.
So I think I think Shayna coming up. I think Shayna coming up with might help Ronda, and that I think honestly
niggas should be helping her backstage anyways. Like I'm not sure who she's talking to.
But nobody on the Raw roster has that. Mic they don't have that. They don't have that.
I think Kevin should help her. Kevin Owens.
Holy bleep.
Kevin Owens come back, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, shout out.
I don't know how they're both coming back. Sami had surgery on 2 shoulders, and Kevin Owens had surgery on 2 knees. Them niggas is too much in sync, dog.
What, 4 months?
Bro.
Yeah, I don't know,
them niggas with the German.
You know, people are on like these crazy anabolic shits that has them healing like that. John Cena came back from crazy injuries, neck surgery and shit. Like, I don't know how you guys been doing it. Come back faster and faster from rehab. But yeah, on Raw, yeah, Ronda had a terrible promo. I think they're going into this angle for her and Natalya, because Natalya ended up winning in the main event in a gauntlet match.
Yes.
So Ronda and Natalya will have a match next week. I think that's where Natalya should turn on Ronda and set up another match maybe. But yeah, I don't mind that.
So I think Raw for the most part kicked off with something they do all the fucking time, which is a 20-minute fucking talk segment that leads into a match that nobody cares about. So Raw was up with Vince McMahon coming back, and then he brings out Shane, and then he brings out Stephanie, and then he brings out Triple H, or however fucking order they came out, and they're like, hey, we're going to switch things up.
It's a whole new WWE.
While doing the same thing we always do.
You are the authority now. Bitch, we should have been the authority since time.
See, that's CT's thing. I don't really necessarily care to be an authority figure. If anybody knows me,
you just come to the show and
listen.
Yeah.
As far
no, reason why is because they preach that. They preach that, oh, you guys control things.
But that's what every company does. Bro, that's what every
propaganda.
Exactly. Exactly. Bro, the NFL just had a whole year and a half long thing talking about patriotism, and the Department of Defense pays to fucking sing the national anthem. So let's, you know what I mean? Like,
I know. So, I know everybody got agenda, everybody got their shit, but we're gonna hold them to it. Like you may not, but real fans, like real deep. And you call them marks or whatever you like to say?
Full-time marks.
Full-time marks? You're a part-time mark.
I'm a part-time mark. Hashtag part-time mark.
But yeah, hey, I'm full-time mark because only if I'm in something, I'm in it 100%. If I'm out something, I'm out of it. So if I'm watching wrestling, I'm deep into it. If I'm not, I'm literally never talking about it.
But we're loud.
But here's the thing about
reasonable,
it.
And we know that we're not the authority.
We're not the. No, I was just saying that. That was hyperbole. I wasn't saying that we're really.
Just like Samoans are black.
Yeah. if you meant it, Samoans are black. That's an inside joke, guys. But
Samoans are black.
And he thinks Samoans are black. They're not. But anyways, yeah. So going like with this whole promo they had in the beginning of Raw, we all know it's bullshit. God, come on, look what they did for the rest of Raw. But the reason why I have a maybe if you want to call it 1% chance of hope, is because I think this rhetoric they're using is not rhetoric we've heard before. We've used rhetoric of like, we're going to shake things up, we're going to be better, oh, the ratings are bad, they've addressed that in the past, we're going to make them better. But with Fox coming up, and with the way they know they got to make ratings for Fox, I think they're taking a little heed that things have to shift drastically. Now, granted, they're bringing up pretty much the scrubs of NXT. They're not trying to do nothing right now that's pretty much drastic. But
and the tape Raw is blah.
What do you mean?
Nigga, I read the script. I read the finish.
Okay, the tape Raw is blah too?
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet. And I have not. I'll watch it.
You'll watch it live.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But what I'm saying is that while we're having this conversation in this moment, I already know what this. But that's what I'm saying. So as they come out on television, I'm taking it with a grain of salt.
I feel you.
So I'm not on board with, yes, they said, you know.
Listen, I'm not there either. No, you act like listen.
Full-time
I was making a point, and you just took it as if I was being a mark. I was making a point the other day about how this is parallel to in the '90s when the ratings shifted in WCW. It was because of one big moment where Eric Bischoff announced on WCW that Mankind was winning the WWF champion, a fan favorite, an underdog. He was winning the WWF championship on Raw, and mind you, they have Nitro on TNT. You have Raw on USA, and they're competing at the same hour slots. People all turn to Raw, and they watch Raw, and from that point on, it was history. WWE was in the leading in ratings, and it changed. What did they do to Mankind the following week? Now that they got that ratings bump, what did they do, Chris?
I told you, they took the title off of him.
Yeah, they took the title off him. So I was just trying to make a parallel that is what they do. That is what they do.
And that's why I'm saying 20 years later, I'm not excited when the same Vince McMahon comes out. That's the same Vince McMahon from 1998. When he comes out in the same authority figure that he was in 1998 and saying the same shit. Like, I'll be, as a wrestling fan, I will be.
Vince don't even want to be out there.
But what I'm saying is, as a wrestling fan, I'm not supposed to get excited until the new year. This was the last pay-per-view.
See, this is the difference between you. You take it as I'm not supposed to be excited. I take it as your show is bad. You're trying to compete. Your show is bad right now.
They're not. That's
you
the
should
thing,
make it better.
They're not.
I know they're not, and we're here to talk about it. And that's my issue. So I'm gonna say, hey, yeah, they're not trying right now.
But we're also.
And you're saying it's okay for them not to
because
try.
we're also I'm not saying that. Okay. The logic in this and what I said is that they have competition that is beyond them. They're dealing with the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what I'm saying is they're never winning against the NFL. The NFL right now can put on shit versus piss. Prime time, nigga. And they're going to pull a better rating than whatever Raw puts
I'm not saying Raw should compete with the NFL in terms of, like, let's get higher ratings than Monday Night Football. No way in hell am I saying that. I would never come on this podcast and say some blasphemous shit like that. But what I'm trying to say is that just because somebody's in the stratosphere and I'm on land doesn't mean I don't want to make it to the mountaintop. You know? It doesn't mean I don't want to make it and make myself sharpen my shit every fucking week and bring it. What I think the problem is laziness. What I think the problem is that they don't.
I can't say it's laziness because it's also 50. Bro, we see how hard it is to write. What I'm saying is 52 weeks of prime time slot writing.
You'll be
15 segments a year or 15 segments a week for 52 weeks. That's a long time.
There's the whole debate about that right now online, and I am on the side of I'm on your side. I think it's very, very difficult. I'm a writer too.
But you criticize.
My point is, I criticize point blank, baseless, no creative writing. It's like if they were trying, and they're trying is showing us Bobby Lashley's ass. If they're trying. And they're trying is having forums with Sasha Banks and Bayley every single week, week after week. If they're trying and their thing is to do this ridiculous germaphobe Dean Ambrose, then I think they're lacking creativity. That's my point. If that's what they're coming with, and then you're saying that's hard. Yeah, it's hard, nigga. That's your fucking job. And if you're bringing that product every single week, it's not like they did it for 1 week and I'm like, oh my god, this show's bad. They do it week after week after week. So at this point, I'm like, you're lazy. Absolutely, you're lazy.
I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is there's two sides of a coin.
Absolutely.
We say that about Raw, but the very next night on SmackDown, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that I just think the competency of people on, like, the shows are split.
Okay. Yeah, different writers.
There are different writers, different teams.
Different production staff. Everything.
There's different eyeballs.
Yeah.
There are different eyes that are on SmackDown than there are on Raw. There's about 500,000.
Sure.
So, you know what I mean? So, Raw just picks up a lot more steam and has a lot more corporate sponsorships. And also, you know, I think too, and not to be super business, but I mean, let's just go into our business and logic segment now. I just honestly think, man, like, USA puts no pressure on them.
Okay. Because they don't really. Yeah, they don't really.
USA. This is you gotta understand. Raw is probably US. Not probably. I can. I don't have the facts in front of me. Not even. Raw is the highest rating show on their network. Period. Mm-hmm. Like Law and Orders. The Chrisleys knows best.
Yeah, without Raw, USA is trash.
It's nothing. It's nothing to sustain
big
them.
Enough. Yeah.
So at this time,
what they need is a hit show.
But
they've had hit shows that are not hit.
No, I mean Psych and fucking.
Yeah. Mr. Robot was good.
Mr. Robot, but still, like that's the only that Mr. Robot probably not even beating Live PD. Shout out to my nigga Biff Lawson. Like, just to be honest, like if you put Psych on or what was the Monk? I used to love my grandma used to love Monk.
Okay.
But I can tell you that is more TVs watching Raw that day that's watching Monk.
I think USA has a different target audience. I think they're more family oriented. And for WWE, they need to take a risk and go somewhere.
But no, you can't. Okay. So back to the
business. No. So you're right. No, I wasn't thinking they have to be family oriented. They have to be family oriented. But I think they got to take a risk and go somewhere where they can still be family oriented. I think Fox they can push the envelope a little bit more.
I think Fox will be. That's why.
I'm not saying they got to go to fucking.
That's why I think Fox.
Like TV again. No, I'm saying
So being on cable television or basic television, you have a little bit more, you know what I mean? A little bit more
leeway?
I would say leeway, especially with Fox giving them the slot that they're giving them. Friday night, prime time at 8 I think it is, SmackDown's coming on. Mm-hmm. And, you need audiences. You mentioned that Fox wants them to give them a 3 every week?
Yeah. You want 3.0 the rating.
You're going to have to show a titty or something.
They ain't showing no titty. That's a damn sure. And this Me Too movement, there's no way.
Listen, Bobby Ashley Ash ain't going to get you that ass, nigga. You're going to have to show a nipple or something, dog. But realistically, I think that the change that you want to see, as a wrestling fan, I understand that because it's an instant gratification when you watch.
Yeah.
You need instant gratification in your storytelling. But business-wise, it's such a long form. Uh-huh. So I think that the change that you want to see coming will happen in the next 10 to 11 months because they have to get things in order. Uh-huh. They have to get people healthy, for one, too. Or whatever I just meant to say. And they also have to go ahead and rev it up.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Uh-huh. Once it comes,
absolutely.
So
my whole thing is they're making it a big deal. They're trying to make it as if it's a monumental shift. When they did the ratings is bad on TV and they said things before in the past, they didn't act like it was a monumental shift in their culture. They didn't and they're saying there's no more GMs. It's gonna be McMahon's and whatnot controlling the show.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing.
But here's the thing, though. They're not controlling the show. Like, if you watch the way they're not characters. They're making themselves all right, they're characters, but they're characters that are running a show, rather than characters that are influencing the show and having storylines and plots and shit. The way that it seems so far, they took Shane out of the whole thing with the Miz on SmackDown. Vince McMahon didn't do anything that's like McMahon, like that. He's just Mr. McMahon, the owner. So I'm seeing, and the way they're it's the way they're saying it. It's the verbiage of how they're saying it this time. And maybe I'm being naive, but I think that they mean, and I think they're taking, not they're taking the fans' opinion or something. I think that they're taking note of the poor ratings of the past couple weeks, of the general influence and voice around on Twitter or online about the negative product for months. I think they've heard it, and I think when you hear something and you own a business, you're not like, all right, people are talking shit about my product, and I see proof in ratings, I'm not going to change anything.
But, I mean, again, ratings is like stock, bro. It's fickle. It's fickle. WWE stock was at $100 a share at one point in time, but then it dropped to $65, and everybody was like, holy bleep. It's still $65.
Yeah. I understand. So, let me ask you something, though. Do you think that Vince McMahon, the guy who's obsessed with ratings, you think that Vince McMahon wants his products ratings to keep going down to the lowest point it's ever been? Do you think that his ego wants that? No.
Bro, we've had this conversation where it was the lowest it's ever been. The last time it was the lowest it's ever been.
That was like